What's up, YouTube? I want to take a few minutes to talk about the EV market in general. We got Tesla's chart up. Obviously, they are they're like the Superman symbol, the number one known. Everyone knows Tesla. You're not in an EV stock and you don't know Tesla, right? That's not even up for debate. There's been some serious hype around these EV stocks, and so we're gonna take it back to the basics because I feel there's going to be a shakeout coming. It's something I've talked about before, and so we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna give you my ideas or just my thoughts on that because I know a lot of you guys, you're looking for the next Tesla, which is dumb because here's Tesla. You can just buy Tesla. But you know what? Let's just get out of it. Let's get back to here, and let's make it blue. We went from riding horses to cars. A gas engine was made. A gas engine was made right here. A few people made a gas engine, and then 100,000 other people. There was hundreds of gas engine cars, and then there was this ramp up. We got, you know what? Everything ramps up like this. And we'll give a slow little uptick on there. Gas engine was made. Henry Ford came up with the production line. Production lines ramping up. Production fully up to speed. Got it knocked out. This right here, we're about the peak. We're printing off max cars. They're rolling through the assembly line. We're doing good. This is the minor builds, the minor additions, the tweaks. Kind of just now we've built it. Let's perfect it. But the bulk of the innovation was right in here. Now, right about here, give this whole area, you know what, let's make that a different color. Right inside here. Now, there were hundreds of gas engine manufacturers. There was the one that got made, okay? Hundreds piled in, and they all started making this tech. That looks cool. We're going to make one. Everyone's making one. Everyone and their mom making a gas engine. And then Ford's the one that grabbed it as far as the production line. And then there was a few that followed suit. By the time we got to about right here on this ramp up, most of them failed. We went from probably 400 or 500-ish to probably 40, 30. I mean, it dropped significantly. They just failed. And, you know, by the time we get to here, we got what the big ones, the GM, Ford. GM had like 100. So you know, there's GM, there's Saturn, there's Pontiac, which Saturn, Pontiac not around anymore. Ford, Jeep was the last one. Jeep was like right here. That was like 1940s, the last one to ever come off the line and start a productive business and keep it. You know, so you got the big names. They're still around. Out of the hundreds, there's a handful. And that's how it works. And do you guys notice any resemblance? Let me start over. Let's start that over one more time. We're going to talk about the EVs. Here is the Lotus Elise with an electric engine. The beginning of Tesla. Okay? Now EVs they'll boom. They'll get up to here, and then they'll slowly probably ramp up here. Beginning of Tesla. Elon, he just sold PayPal probably like right here. Makes the Roadster the first one. You know, we're starting to ramp up. I'd say right about, I think we're just getting started with Tesla. Tesla's probably right here right now. We got multiple factories. We were just shy of the 500,000 a year. The big names, by the way, they're doing millions of cars a year, right? So this is Tesla hitting the 500,000. This is Tesla doing millions of cars right here. This is them just, we made some modifications, some software upgrades. We're rocking and rolling. We're still number one right up here. Like, that's kind of their timeline, okay? You know what? Another big name, NIO. NIO right here. Let's give NIO the green one. NIO's green. NIO's right here. 75,000 cars. In the grand scheme of things, that's like literally nothing. Like, good job. You're the smallest kid on the block. But compared to a lot of these other ones, zero. Now, that's just to put in perspective. A lot of people think Neo is kind of on this same trend line, and they might be, or they're going to battle some tech. But let's see. This right here is not Tesla. This blue line, that's the EV manufacturers. Okay, Tesla's going to pave the way. One of the big hypes about Neo is that it's following Tesla. So we're hoping to see the same little check marks right here. You know, Tesla is the one just walking in the snow, no trail. Everyone else, you just need to follow the footprints. Hey, just put the left foot where the left foot goes, right foot where the right foot goes, and make those same moves. Make the same moves. Navigate these forests just like that. Okay. Now, what are the stocks doing? Because every stock looks like this. We'll throw in some red candles in there. That's the EV boom right now. EV boom. You know, we got to throw in a little bit of like, oh, we missed this. Tesla had a record quarter one day. But it was 97,000, not 100,000. You know, it was like just some little BS nonsense. Oh, Hylion didn't get the contract. Oh, Ford might be coming in. GM is going to be awesome. You know, like, that's basically every EV ticker in a nutshell right here. So, who are your buyers? Getting down to the brass tacks, what's that mean? Because I made fun of investors for this. Investors, they're all, what's the color for some investors? Give them yellow. This is investors. Investors looking at valuations and all that. And yeah, there's the curve, and they're aware of that, but they're thinking this. And you have some investors thinking, I'll buy the Tesla stock here because I know one day we'll be up here, and it'll make sense. It'll catch up. You know, so that's why value investors, probably very few up here. A lot, maybe, well, very few. A lot of them miss the boat, I think, as far as institutions grabbing it right here. Where are the Robin Hooders? The retail crew everyone loves to make fun of. They're right here. Yeah, hype. They're hyping these things. These are the Robin Hood buyers. Buyers, buyers, buyers. Now, you got the few just, what do we call the ones that are just blowing their accounts? Doesn't make sense. Short. Blows their account. Stupid ticker. Short it. Blows his account. This is just dumb. Shorts his account. Blows his account. Shorts the ticker. Blows his account. This is everybody blowing their accounts on the way up. Trying to short a ticker that is too high. The valuation doesn't make sense. I'm sure one of these nerds has commented on my videos. Like, and sorry for making fun of you for saying this, but there's been a few of them. Did you know, because I'm bullish Tesla, by the way, because the energy race. I think we're about to kick off an energy race. Been saying that for a couple of years. Go watch my beginning videos. It has nothing to do with cars. I think the Tesla cars are awesome. It's cool. I'm more in it for what's about to happen in the utility market. Like, get out of the way. These cars, these are like the black cats at a fireworks stand. They're nothing. We're about to see the big fireworks is what I think. But, you know, that being said, someone always comes on here and is like, Tesla's main income is 90% cars. Like, big deal. I don't actually care. And number one, also, first of all, I kind of fit in both of these boats. I am an investor and a trader. I don't invest in a lot of things. Tesla's one that I have invested, which means I'll buy it and I will sell it in 10 years. I'll be worried about that stock right over here. If we're talking about Tesla, if that blue line was Tesla, that's where I'm worried about it. So, notice the Robin Hooders, they're right here. They're buying this up. The investors are thinking this is what it's actually worth, calling every one of these guys stupid. But the investors are sitting on the sidelines or not making any money because it doesn't make sense and they're just stuck in the Flintstone age. Now we got the Robin Hooders that are just, let's face it, it's you. You're just buying this hype and riding this hype. And maybe you watched my channel because I'm buying this hype, because as long as it's there, who are your buyers? There's more buyers, it goes up. There's more sellers, it goes down. Who are your buyers? Who cares? There's more of them. The hype is there. The strength is there. Buy it. Ride it. Let's go. Stops in the green. We manage our risk. If it does turn around, well, we make more money than these guys right here because we can short it when it does turn around. When and if it turns around, we'll do that. So don't be these guys. You kind of have to be brain dead to short these tickers. Right? I can understand if you're an investor. Now, I've made fun of them a lot, you know, probably unwarranted. If you think Tesla's just too high, you're not on board with the train, Sure. So what? There's almost 8,000 tickers you can trade and worry about valuations and all that in. So you just sat out. You may have missed some money, but who cares? There's enough money to go around and everything else. I make fun of the idiots that are actually just blindly shorting this in the midst of some hype like this. Let's talk about the shakeout. This is where we're at. That's what the stocks are doing. This is what the actual companies are doing. They're just getting their feet wet. They're making some improvements. They're working. There's this curve of building the company. Look right here. Let's just say this is the timeline. This is today. We are here. There are, look at, I mean, this is Tesla and NIO. This is also everyone else no one's ever heard of. But they said they were going to start an EV company. And their prices are way up here. That's why I said let's get back to the basics on this video. We don't even need to look at candles right now. You know every EV ticker looks like this. Oh, except it kind of also looks like this because Biden hype. Like, oh, Biden's office, yeah, let's go. Which, no secret, he likes EVs and hope the transition's fast and amazing. I mean, if we're going to talk about valuations, yes, they're way off key. And I don't actually care to talk about, I don't think any one of these guys buying it right here gives a single, anything about Toyota. Who cares? Right? Oh, their valuation. So what? None of these guys even know what valuation means. So who cares? Because they're buying it, and in the transaction of buying and selling shares, as long as you got a seller to buy it for you, as long as someone's there to buy it, who cares? More green candles is going up. The shakeout. There's a lot of EV companies, just like I explained at the beginning of this video, with gas engines. Now, if this hype, when this hype does go away, people come to, they move on to something else. You're going to see. This is the trend line everything follows. This will be Tesla. So let's say we get some red candles. The hype's going away, more sellers than buyers. We catch down to right here. That's going to be a pivotal moment. One of two things is going to happen in an EV stock. Okay? You're going to have investors pile in right here because now there's value. They see the value. They see the growth left. They like it. They think it's stable now. Who's your buyer pool right here? You still have some of the EV hype game. You still have investors starting to pile in. So right now we have, who's our buyers? The Robinhooders still. Maybe a little bit less, but they're still in there. Now we got investors. Typically their accounts are bigger. So that can hold it up. What are they buying though? They are buying the cars that followed this path. They are buying the Teslas. They are buying the NIOs right here. Everyone that followed that path. But all these other random companies that didn't get production, they didn't get going. Let's make them, let's go pink. This is every EV company you thought. Nikola's going to be on board with them. Prototype. We suck. We never actually did a share offering. We did a share offering, but didn't do anything with it. Company-wise, that's what they're doing. What's their stock doing? Well, there's no investors. No one's buying that. They're not there. It's coming down here. So that is going to spell a pump and dump and an EV stock crash. Just this move right here. So focus on, let's make it purple. This is the whole move, up and down. A lot of EV tickers are going to follow this exact path. So if you are trading this, who cares? We're going to ride the hype up. We're going to short it on the way down. Does it make sense to short it here? No, 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 no. Right about here. The trend is your friend. The trend is now down. Let's rock and roll. Which ones do you want to short right here? Not the NIOs, not the Teslas, the BS companies no one's hyped about, talked about, nothing, but their stocks just kind of followed this, kind of followed the Tesla hype. If you want to short Tesla, I would still advise against it because that's one thing that the Tesla still has that cult following. There might be some pitchforks randomly. We might just take this one right up midway. So again, I would never short Tesla. Right about the EV hype crashes, Tesla's going to come out and say, by the way, our roofs are amazing, and then all of a sudden the energy race kicks off and sends up there. So no, still would never short Tesla. I don't know what kind of brains you have to short Tesla. So far, anyone that hasn't been very profitable, right? You can day trade that here and there. Sure, you made some money that way, but the people that just went short and held that, they're just down flat out. So long story short, what I'm saying is there is going to be, out of all these EV companies that are out there, I would say less than a handful are going to make it, because we do now have GM and Ford in the mix. Now they do have some production experience. I will say that. I'd say they're kind of slow. They're kind of they're the slow kids of the bunch. They got some money, they can push it around. But right now, if you want to change a decal on a button, Elon Musk says do it, and it's on the next one coming down the line. Where if you go to Ford, Chrysler, GM, there is a whole chain of events. There's a court case. You got to plead it to, everyone there. And then maybe that's not going to fly because these cars are driving computers. By that time, Tesla's already made 10 changes. So Ford and GM don't get on that path. They're kind of just screwed. They're like, hey, you gave it a valiant effort. You had some money. Amazon had more, and they were willing to take the Elon approach. So there's going to be a new batch of automotives. GM and Ford might be in there. I kind of think they will be, but they need to make some changes. So we'll see how that momentum takes up. But there's going to be a lot that fail, crash, and burn. So if you're trading this, recognize the hype like I'm doing. So what? There's more green candles than red. Buy it because it's going up. Short it if you want to if it's going down. If you're invested, then I would ask yourself, hey, where's this company at? Again, as of today, we got Tesla, 500,000 cars. NIO, 75,000 cars. How many has your company actually printed off? What they started here, and in the past 5 years, we got Tesla going from A to B in 5 years. NIO, A to B in 5 years. Last 5 years, 5 years ago was A, today is B. Where has your company gone? What kind of growth? If we would even keep that same projection, where are they going to be? Are they going to hang? Are they going to be able to keep up with this curve and be one of the big guys? If not, I would question how much you have allocated in there, and I would probably come to terms with how much of that is hype, how much of that is anything. And let's get back to the charts. If I were to put this on charts, we know every EV ticker looks like this. This is like the fundamental side coming up. This is the technical, Robin Hooders, if you will, buying that thing right on up. Again, more green candles than red. If I was in a crap EV ticker, again, a spec play, the one no one's heard of, but maybe. You got the Bitcoins, you got the Ethereum, and you have 9,000 other ones that are just going to be worthless their whole life. Maybe one of them takes off, and you think you're in that one. I'd start to understand, hey, what's my allocation? Where's my very clear stop? Because what if the hype goes away? If hype is what brought it all the way up, it'll take the stairs up and the elevator down, if not the express route out the window. And you want to make sure you have everything managed at that point. So I do just want to bring this up because the EV stocks, they're all up there. You guys have all made some great money. I've made fun of investors a lot because I think they missed a huge boat not jumping in on Tesla. But I also want to say that the old way of doing things as far as valuations and are they making money, all that, well, that's right now to the wayside. There's a whole new set of buyers. You're still got to be buying something, or we could just start pumping and dumping anything out there. So again, that's my ideas. I don't know what the takeaway is on this, other than let's take a second look at what we're invested in, what we're really thinking about. Where do you see it going? And then maybe if this helps even one, you think maybe, okay, maybe I did ride a little bit of hype. Let's tighten things up a bit. I wouldn't say close it. Definitely not saying short it. More green candles than red. It's going up. Let's just keep it simple, take it back to the basics, but understand some of these are a little bit higher. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. If you guys want to see more, notification bell. I'm going live tomorrow, 1 hour after futures, to break everything down and hopefully break some stocks for you guys down. But let me know, what are you thinking in the EV world? Which ones are you in? And if it's not NIO or Tesla, why do you think it's going to the moon? And I'll see you guys tomorrow live.